So anyway, my point is, you have to see the lineup. Y'all all caught the bait. So I want you to go home and look at The Godfather 2 and tell me if I didn't just line y'all all up the same way. Think about it. You just took the bait and you feel stupid. That's all that's happening. You went for it. You're a huckleberry.
I think you're lying. I think you're broke, and I think you're always trying to explain yourself.
Only girls worry about niggas' pockets anyway. You're a woman. Why do I care what you're a girl with a mustache. Get out of here. You're a boy-headed girl.
You care too much about what other people think.
I don't care.
There's nothing about you.
Wait, let me ask you a question. Okay, let's say this. This is logic. If I cared about what people think, you think I'd pull my teeth out in front of everybody? The pictures y'all see with me no teeth, I took those pictures. Right or wrong? That's not confidence to you? You're a girl.
I don't think you.
Now you silly.
YouTube, what's going on, man? You know, one thing about me, man, I'm a big fan of rap, hip hop, music, urban music, whatever you wanna call it. I'm a big fan of the architects and people who put certain things together and who help to basically sport grow. I'm gonna call rap a sport, but people that didn't put in work to make the sport grow. You know what I'm saying? And the disrespect sometimes people get, and the peace some people have. Like, sometimes people think peace is money, having all the money in the world. Some people think that is peace. But I would think if you're a broke, miserable person, you would be a rich, miserable person. I think that's just how it go. I look at it like that. And sometimes I don't think peace is I'm the richest person in the world. That could be more problems. It's a lot of rich people, you know what I'm saying, like Robin Williams and people like that committed suicide. Heath Ledger then committed suicide and got boatloads of money. So I don't think that's the key to life. But what I'm about to say, I was watching an interview on the Breakfast Club and it got Dame Dash on there. You know, Dame Dash, music mogul, tycoon, whatever you want to call him, one of the architects who put Rockefeller Records together. You know what I'm saying? We done seen a lot of rah-rah with Dame Dash, like in these boardroom meetings and on documentaries, and he seems like the angry guy all the time. And I watched the interview on Dame one time when he say he's not the angry guy. What would happen is he would have to go speak up for certain things that record labels would try to do, like what Def Jam would do to his record label, his artists, Jay-Z or anything. And when he would go speak up for them people and go yell on the board members and stuff like that, then later on that night, Jay-Z and him would be going out to drink and eat with the guys, and he have to sit there and he and Kiki with the same guys he went crazy on in the meeting earlier, and Jay-Z hands are clean. Like, you know, he's woofing at the people for Jay-Z, but then Jay-Z having him going out to eat and drink with the guys, and he looked like he's in an aquamarine. So I think with Dame Dash, he done took a lot of shells, he done took a lot of bullets for a lot of things he done stood up for, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like nobody ever has his back. So he went on the Breakfast Club, he done been on the Breakfast Club 3 times. He went on there one time where they got into a big argument with DJ Envy. He went on there a second time. When he came back the second time, Charlamagne and DJ Envy gave him his props, you know what I'm saying, about business, how he was talking about being your own boss and everything. And you know, Dame Dash has this thing about being your own boss, don't work for nobody, which I like the mentality. And I don't think it's nothing wrong with a person working for somebody if that's where you feel more comfortable. Somebody's paying you, you have a steady check, you know that check gonna be there every week or every 2 weeks, however you get paid. It's nothing wrong with that. But the mentality of having your own business and being your own boss and being able to move how you want to move is very important with Dame Dash, and that means the world to a lot of people. Like, I was listening to this audio book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it kind of has the same logic to it in a certain perspective, where about having a mind frame where you thinking like a boss. You can't just be so much thinking about the money, you know what I'm saying? It's more of the mind frame we gotta shape, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have a poor man mind frame, and sometimes our parents give it to them. Like, they have to work a lot of times and take care of their kids a lot of times, so they put in a predicament where that's what we see, so that's what we learn. But Dame Dash always speaking about being your own boss. Oh, don't work for anybody, which the mentality people should look at and be like, yeah, that's how it should be. But a lot of times with Dame Dash, people take what he says, make him look like he's the angry guy. Like the episode I watched today was kind of disgusting, because when he came on the show, they said he had a lot of hostility. But the reason he had the hostility was they had been trying to joke on him, talk about him, you know what I'm saying? With them talking about 50 Cent got the paid in full rights and all that. And you know, Dame Dash was making some points. Like he asked him one time, like, why do you never say nothing about Jay-Z? Why is it always something positive about Jay-Z? But when they bring up Dame Dash, it's something negative. And now everybody with Dame Dash, everybody's piling on. And a lot of, I get what Dame Dash was saying, a lot of his sacrifices then led to a lot of people having boatloads of money. You know what I'm saying? And he then moved on to certain businesses, and when he leave the business fold. And I think Charlamagne was set up in that way to change the conversation. Like he wanted to keep messing with Dame, trying to trigger Dame, so we couldn't get the message what Dame was trying to say. And how Dame talks sometimes, he can be disrespectful, but sometimes you have to stop missing the point. Like the point of what he was saying is they trying to tell him about a business they never been a part of. Like Dame Dash been in control of hundreds of millions of dollars. Like they done had Dame Dash Network at $100 million. And the businesses he used to run, like Rockefeller Records, Rockaware clothing line, you know, a lot of different businesses, you know what I'm saying, was prominent when he was running it. When he stepped away from it, it crashed. Like it was a time, I think, in Cameron life where Cameron wasn't just popping no more. You know, he was trying to find his way, and Dame Dash brought him over to Rockefeller Records. And one thing that got me is Dame Dash was talking about on this other interview, but he was talking about how he talked to Cam about being the vice president of Rockefeller Records. Then Cam went on the show. I think I remember the interview where he went talking about Dame was making him the president, and he was thinking about letting Benny Siegel kind of learn so he can step up. But Dame Dash said that was really a private conversation. And that was one of the reasons that led to Jay-Z and Dame Dash kind of falling out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Dame was just talking about like how you look at people filing for bankruptcy. Like he made a good point I had watched when he was talking about Donald Trump. And he was like, have Donald Trump ever filed for bankruptcy? And he like, yeah, he didn't file for it 6 times. He didn't file for bankruptcy 6 times. And look, he's the president. And he's a billionaire. So what that mean is, you know, a lot of people, a lot of famous people, a lot of people that run businesses and companies file for bankruptcy. You know what I'm saying? That's just a part of doing business. You invest in a business, the business might not pan out the way you think it's gonna pan out, and you might file for bankruptcy or whatever, and you go on to another business. I see what Dame Dash was saying. It looks like he broke. It looked like he don't have no money because he don't got nothing in his name. He don't have no assets or anything because all these people are trying to come sue him. So if he have anything in his name, they're gonna take it. So he's got everything out of his name. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't understand what was the purpose of bringing him on the show, to embarrass him? Because it seemed like I seen Charlamagne do that. He brings people on the show, and the whole time he sits over there and he tries to say certain things, sneak this, things that's real, like, you know what I'm saying? Try to keep changing the conversation to some silliness, and don't let the dude get his point across with what he's trying to teach people. And at the end of the day, you can say what you want to say about Dame Dash, how broke he is, whatever. He ain't got to work. Like he was on here saying, I'm not at work. I ain't got to be up at no certain time. To me, I think that's freedom. It ain't all about money. And we said on this show, for a person like Dame Dash, the kind of mogul Dame Dash is, and instead of saluting him and giving his praise, they spent the whole time trying to embarrass him. And I didn't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And what he was saying is, why do we do that? Like, why do we sit on this show and bring people like him down? Like, you know, he was a tycoon. If anything, like Farrakhan say, when famous mans fall down, don't laugh, learn. And that's what we should do. But the whole time on the show, they was joking because they're the ones up. And then, you know, to me, Charlamagne shouldn't be in a situation where he can talk to people like that, because like he was saying, like I said before, he has a alleged rape charge against this female from back in the day. And then I like when Dame Dash said that about Envy. He said, okay, don't you got a RICO charge? And then Envy started getting uncomfortable and stuff like that. See, that's the whole point of what Dame Dash was saying. He was like, y'all can just get on her and say anything, and then I gotta fight that. Like he was saying, why you don't do everybody like that? Why you don't never got nothing to say about Jay-Z? Like, and Jay-Z my favorite, but you know what I'm saying? Like, why is it so easy to diss Dame? You know what I'm saying? Why is it so funny to get on her for another black man and try to turn him down? Like I get everything he was saying. Like, sometimes how a person can say it, somebody can get it wrong. But if the point is the point and it makes sense, it should be the point. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how they handled him and they just joked on him. And what he was trying to explain to them, like the kind of business Dame did one time in his life, they had never been up to that level to do that kind of business. So why are they talking to him about business? And that's what he was basically trying to say. You know what I'm saying? And I got everything he was trying to say. And I think that's where we violate, and that's what we always do. We always trying to tear somebody down. Like, and they set Charlamagne there to be the instigator to try to make it go left and all this. Like, today it was really some buffoonery. And what they was doing it for, they were trying to get the lick, the views, all that. That's what they was more worried about, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't let the guy talk, you know what I'm saying? And I wanted to hear what Dame really had to say about business, because whatever you want to say about Dame Dash, at one time he was a great businessman. Did he make some bad decisions? I think a lot of people make bad decisions. I don't see Dame Dash working nowhere. Like, Dame Dash still got the big house. He still got this. He still built his company with his baby mama, Rachel Roy, where it's like worth $100 million. So I don't know why we so quick to hop on his throat and bash the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why we don't give him his praise like we give everybody else? Like even if he did go up and he did fall off, like, why we don't give this guy his praise on what he did, you know what I'm saying, in the industry? At one time, we looked at Dame Dash as a big mogul, you know what I'm saying? And he should get the respect for somebody that did something positive. You know, I don't think Dame Dash ever didn't rob nobody. I ain't never heard nobody come out saying that he didn't rob somebody, he did something wrong to somebody. At one time, Jay-Z didn't want nothing to do with Kanye. Dame Dash got behind Kanye. Like I said, at one time, Cameron wasn't Cameron. Dame Dash got behind Cameron and bought him the Rockefeller Records. And that's when Cameron went to his highest peak of what he done did in his career. And I see Dame Dash doing a lot of stuff like that. And it never gets talking about. Like, it's always the bad when you speak of that Dame Dash. And I was there for the Rockefeller Records, the whole little thing. I was there. That was my time, you know, watching them guys be up, and him, Jay-Z and Biggs and all them boys. And it's just what they was doing was just like inspiring. And when you get to the Breakfast Club, everything is a joke. You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne is a joke. He want to respect who he want to respect, but he wouldn't get Jay-Z on there and talk to Jay-Z like that. He'll have a lot of respect for a mogul. And for Dame Dash, you should have respect. Like you can't say that Farrakhan quote and then turn around and joke on a guy. Cause you can be in his same position. That can happen to you. One false claim from a woman or anything can tear your whole empire down. And people don't seem to realize that. But I just didn't like how they did Dame Dash. And I like how Dame Dash is not an insecure person. Took out his teeth, told him what it is. A lot of these people in this industry walking around with fake teeth. Like, you get your money, that's what you're gonna get done. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like how people think they can take everybody trying to take their pound of flesh out of somebody when they're down. And Dame Dash, what he did for the industry, we have to respect it. We gotta take people like that inspire people and did great things. And it don't matter if they broke or not. We still gotta show them the favor and be like, man, what you did, man, inspired me to do this. Regardless of being rich and broke. Because like I said earlier, to a lot of people, rich and broke, it means two different things. You can have all the money in the world, but don't have a family to share it with. Don't have no loved one you can kick it with. That could be broke to you. Some person can be free where they don't got to wake up every day and go to work and work for somebody. That can be rich to certain people. And I think that's what Dame Dash is trying to talk about. I ain't got to get up and come sit in this room. I can lay in my bed. I can do what I want to do. If y'all call that broke, okay, I'm cool with being broke. But I just think Dame Dash deserves a lot of more respect. And all these people that was with him need to stop turning their back on him. Stop being like that. Stop being genuine. Because it was a point in y'all life where y'all needed the help and Dame Dash was there to give y'all the help. I just don't respect when a person fall off how people try to stand on their throat. And I don't like that. And you got to serve Dame Dash, the mogul, and treat him like the mogul he is. Even if he don't got the money, what he did in the industry should be respected. And a lot of people done ran with his blueprint. And that's just how I feel about it, man. Pay Dame Dash your respect and stop making him the butt of your joke. Because he was a big mogul tycoon. And he showed a lot of people how to get money. And he helped a lot of people. Hey, like, comment, subscribe on my video. How do you feel about that Dame Dash Breakfast Club interview with Charlamagne? Because I just think Charlamagne is a clown sometimes. But like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how y'all feel about my video. And share it. And comment and subscribe and do all them things on my channel. I'm out.